welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about tips and tricks for the winter season. I think we are just about to hit winter, like it's a couple days away, at least when I'm filming this, and my skin has been acting so bad, meaning it has been so dry and I've been trying different things to counteract it. So what I'm going to tell you has been what has been working for me and can possibly help out for you so that your makeup is laying better, your skin is more hydrated, and if your skin's more hydrated, you're going to look and feel better. So I'm going to start off with the skincare things that I change up. So first and foremost, I always use the same cleanser at night. I use the Philosophy One-Step Cleanser, but I don't use that in the morning. I just need to get my makeup off. I need to use my Clarisonic at night, but in the morning, I want to use something that is not dry, that's not going to strip my skin. There's several different kinds of cleansers, but you want to use something that does not foam up and is more like a milk cleanser so that you're getting your skin clean, but you're not stripping it. And mine, I'm using the Lait Comfort from Chanel. I love this one. It is fragrance, so if you don't like fragrance, it wouldn't be a Mel video if I'm not throwing something. Or if fragrance irritates your skin, you won't like this one. Clinique has some good ones, and I really enjoy this. Just use something that isn't going to strip your skin of the natural oils, because that is just going to further dry out your skin. Next, I definitely use face masks. I kind of go back and forth with these. In the summer, I kind of use them like once a week. Right now, I'm literally using them every single night. I get in the bath, wash my face, and I put one of these on. You don't have to spend a lot of money on this. This is not where I get the main ingredients in my skincare. This is just something I want to use to hydrate my skin. But if you want to, you totally can. It's just not something that I feel is necessary to spend the extra money on. These are $1 a piece. These are Pure Smile. I love the snail one, the snail, snake venom, and what is the other one? Oh, the honey one. Those are my three favorites that work the best for me. But just any kind of sheet mask, pop it on. I leave it on for like 15-20 minutes and my skin loves it. It drinks up that hydration. You do still want to make sure that you're exfoliating your skin. You just don't want to do it so often. So pay attention to your skin. If you notice that after you exfoliate, you're really dry, make sure that you don't do it more than once a week, and make sure that you aren't doing it too harshly or aggressively. My favorite one is the Volcanic Ash Exfoliator from MAC. I just love this guy. It's not too harsh on my skin, and then it ends up going into a type of like almost cleanser. It's so nice. I love this. But you do want to make sure that you're still exfoliating, because dead skin on top of dry skin is just a nightmare. As far as skincare goes, you want to use all of your normal steps, but maybe bump up your moisturizer. So I have been trying several different ones as far as like the Magic Cream. I love that one from Charlotte Tilbury, but I get a little oily in my T-zone and that starts to annoy me. I don't mind a little bit, but when it gets too much, so I'm still playing with that one. I do like it, but if you're extremely dry everywhere, you will love that one. Typically, I used the B-Hydra gel from Drunk Elephant, but that one is a gel-based formula, so it works better for me in the summer, spring, fall. Right now, my skin is too dry. I will either add this and this, or just use this alone, and this is the Kiehl's Pure Vitality Skin Renewing Cream. This I am absolutely obsessed with. It is new from Kiehl's. It has manuka honey in it, red ginseng root, and it's so soothing on my skin, but it's not too heavy. So you gotta just figure out, are you really dry? Are you in the middle? Figure out your skin and get samples. Like I got samples of this. It came in like little packets, and tried it before I bought it. This is amazing. I highly recommend this. Love it. So if you're doing your sheet masks, you're doing more moisturizer, all that, you got to think about your primers before your foundation as well. Something that maybe works in the summer months, not always going to work in the winter months. One primer that I find works year round for me, so if you don't want to switch that up, this one right here is MAC's Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. They have a yellow and a pink Technically, the yellow is supposed to be for darker skin tones. I just like the yellow. I don't find there to be a true difference between them when I put them on, but this both hydrates and controls oil. So it helps me not get that oil through my T-zone, but still hydrates my skin. So this is one that is great if you don't want to keep switching up your primer. This is good year round. But then there are several other ones. I love this guy. This is the J1 Jelly Pack. Dramatic firming skin with improved elasticity and pore smoothing. I don't really find this to smooth out my pores, but it is very hydrating and super sticky, so it holds on your makeup like nobody's business. But because it's so hydrating, it makes for a great wintertime primer, so it's amazing. Another thing I like to suggest is before or after putting on your primer, spraying your face with Fix Plus, because this is going to add in even more hydration, and it has glycerin in it, so it will help adhere the makeup. This is a go-to for me. I will spray my skin. If I notice after my skin's dry and I'm still like, if I'm cracky, like, you know, you get that, like you move your face and it feels so tight. I will spray this before I do my skincare, before my primer, everything, and let this soak in, and it just helps so much. Another trick for the Fix Plus is spraying your beauty blender with it, so you still want to get it wet. You don't want to try and soak up your entire beauty blender with Fix Plus because you're going to run through this in 10 seconds. So get this wet, wring it out, and then spray it with the Fix Plus and squeeze it, get the excess off, all the jazz, because you don't want it too wet. But this is going to hydrate your skin more than just a damp beauty blender. A damp beauty blender with Fix Plus is going to really make sure you're putting on your makeup with hydration. It's so nice. Some of my go-to foundations right now for the summer, or not the summer, I'm hoping, summer is on my mind. I'm like, I want to skip winter completely and just, I hate the cold. So I keep saying summer because that's like I'm willing it into existence, and it's just not going to happen. But my favorite foundations for the winter right now are, this is what I've been going to all the time right now. It's the Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani. This is what I have on right now. I find it to last really well on my skin, but it gives me that extra little glow that I love. MAC Studio Waterweight, you guys have heard me talk about this a million times. This is a water-based foundation, but it is a gel formula, so it moves with your skin, but it's lightweight. I find that in the wintertime, I want something lighter weight. If you are dry and then you're adding on a thick foundation, chances are it can look cakey. If you want to wear a full coverage foundation, I think MAC Studio Sculpt is a great one. It is very hydrating, and I don't find it to be too cakey if you apply it with like a beauty blender. And then this guy right here, this is the Josie Maran Vibrancy. This is an argan oil foundation, so oil-based, amazing on the skin, very soothing. And then you can always add in a little bit of oil. So if something is still just too dry, you're not finding a good foundation, or you have a foundation that you love, but you want to transition it into the winter time, just add a drop or two of your favorite oil. My favorite is the Josie Maran Argan. Is the Josie Maran Pure Argan Oil. I love this. My skin's very sensitive. I'm acne prone, and this does not break me out. Another trick for us dry girls is quit using powder, contour powder, highlight powder, bronzer. Switch to creams because it'll sit nicer on the skin and won't dry you out. Because if you're layering powder over powder over powder, you're going to get dried out. But if you insist on using all those things, spray your face with Fix Plus. Afterwards, it'll sink everything back into the skin and make it look more hydrated. But these are my go-tos right now. Either the Soleil Tan de Chanel. This is a cream bronzer. This does not move. It stays on my skin. It looks beautiful and natural. Or I've been using this, and this is the Studio Quiktrik Sticks from MAC. On one side you have a contour shade, which is kind of in between contour and bronze for me. This is what I have on right now. Love this thing. And then it's got a highlight on the opposite side. And of course you can use any cream highlighter. There's ones from Cover FX, those drop ones. I love those, but I find that if I get dry right up here and then I put those on, it kind of accentuates it a little bit. So you kind of got to play around and see which ones work for you. There's cream color bases from MAC that are really nice. Just about most companies have a cream highlighter. You just got to look for them. So like I kind of said, quit using so much powder. That goes for your face powder all over as well. You can do a transparent powder or maybe something that's not as drying like the By Terry Hyaluronic powder, or just try setting the center of your face. I have found that the Bobbi Brown stick foundation, I can actually wear that one and not have to powder it at all, which is so nice. I've been hunting for a foundation that doesn't end up settling in my pores, getting super gross there without powder. So that one works really well for me, but I really have to hydrate my skin because I find it to be a little drier. Not super dry like the Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundation, but not as creamy as the Hourglass either. So it's kind of in between. But this is a great powder. I hate this underneath my eyes though. It's so weird. It's so lightweight, but underneath my eyes I feel like I look dry. It's so strange. But I love it to set my T-zone. And then my favorite powder, the Sisley. Of course, we all know that I love the La Mer, but you can't get your hands on the old formula anymore. So the Sisley 01 Irisee is a loose powder, and it actually adds a little bit of radiance to your skin because it has like little micro shimmers in there. And I love that. It just makes your skin look glowing. And if you use that and then you spray your face with Fix Plus, you are good to go. Anywho, that is it for my tips and tricks for the winter season. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any tips of your own, leave them down below. I love to hear them. But until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.